What is going on YouTube? Protos here and welcome back to Tower of Fantasy. So it looks like we have our next banner confirmed. Next character is going to be Frigg. Frigg in Balmung, basically, her weapon Balmung. So it's actually pretty interesting. First off, I guess I should mention, it doesn't specifically say that she's going to be our limited banner. I'm saying she's our limited banner only because she comes out right when our current limited banner ends. So it's a pretty easy thing to infer in the situation itself. But it looks like our next limited character is going to be Frigg. So super cool. I'm actually really excited because this is one of the characters I wanted to play. So I definitely will be pulling for this character. I kind of wish I'd known this because then I probably wouldn't have C6'd Nemesis. But, I got really lucky with Nemesis. So it's going to be one of those things we just have to deal with. So not the end of the world. We'll see where things go from here. But either way, let's talk about Frigg. So Frigg is actually a pretty cool character. Let's pop up the wiki. So as we can see, Frigg is a DPS resonance, ice, got A in shatter and A in charge, pretty equal across the board. Frigg has got a couple of things that she does pretty freaking well. Essentially, she has this frozen domain thing, right, where she puts up these stacks. It increases, or lasts for 25 seconds, it increases your ice damage and shatter while you're inside of it. And you gain, or its 1 star is actually pretty awesome. So you gain a point of frostiness every time it says you receive a certain amount of damage. I feel like it's you build up and deal a certain amount of damage, not you receive. But we'll have to see, like, either it might just be like when you deal damage while you're inside of this. This could be just like a translation thing. I'm not 100% sure. But essentially you build up points of frostiness up to 10 points. And after your 10 after the actual effect ends, it does the points times frost attack times 95% of blast damage to all the enemies that are in the frost domain. So pretty cool. Basically put down a field, you deal a bunch of damage, and then eventually it explodes. And of course 2 stars just increase. Dude, I don't know why this is HP, but not a big deal. At 3 stars you increase the limit to 15, and then when you use a discharge skill you deal damage equal to 25% of your frost attack and current frostiness plus 5 to all targets. So pretty dope. 4 stars just attack growth, nothing crazy there. But 5-star shattering shields using a frost weapon in frost domain will freeze the target for 2 seconds and cause frostiness points times frost attack times 35% of additional damage. So again, everything is built around being in this like frost domain, which you get whenever you use her actual skill. And then reaching 15 points while inside the ice field will grant an additional effect. Frozen domain 2, when using ice weapons, increase attack by 25%. Basically, Frigg is going to pair really, really well with current character we have right now. Where is she go? Tsubasa. Tsubasa is like the one unit I said that most likely will have the most like staying power out of all of our units, and she's like DPS support. So likely Tsubasa is going to be very, very useful with Frigg, getting you that extra damage. She's great with charge. You just will need a shatter at that point, which people will probably use something like, since you have so much ice increase, you'll probably use something like, I don't know, Meryl more than likely. I can definitely see a situation where you're going to see Meryl, Frigg, and Tsubasa teams just absolutely wrecking stuff. No healing anymore, but honestly, I keep clicking on Tower Fantasy Index. That picture's so cute, but no healing anymore, but that's not really the end of the world. So you'll definitely see those teams. I probably will run something very similar. Maybe you'll see Coco Ritter instead of... Actually, I feel like, you would need to... I wonder if you go Frigg, Tsubasa, Coco Ritter, but you really wouldn't have any shield break. I feel like Meryl would be the play there since Frigg increases so much ice damage. That might be the play of what you want to go for. But like, future teams, things I actually wanted to run Frigg with. Saki actually has ice resonance. They mentioned, like, I say they mentioned, but I'm just listening to all the different pieces of content. There are people talking about it in translations and stuff like that. Talking about things like giving ice resonance to Frigg. I'm not sure if that's something that's going to happen. If it does, that's super awesome. That means you don't need to worry about Saki for a little while. So things like, Frigg and Tsubasa will work really, really well together. But we'll have to see. I feel like Saki's still going to be absolutely cracked when she comes out to go along with Frigg. So she has the shatter and Frigg has just overall damage. So it's going to be really, really comfortable, really, really cool to see the two of them work together. Plus also dual wield. But let's go ahead and check out her actual video over on the Tower of Fantasy YouTube page. This is Frigg X Balmung. Balmung is the name of her weapon. So let's check it out.
Isn't it rather superficial to cast judgment on what life is or is not?
So yeah, Frigg looks really, really cool. I wish I would have known earlier, man. I got super lucky on my Nemesis rolls. I don't know, I clicked out of this. Super lucky on my Nemesis rolls, so 6-starring her realistically was just kind of like the thing I was going to do, but already we have our next unit, and it's the one I wanted. I actually got really, really lucky, so had I known, I probably wouldn't have gone so hard on Nemesis. However, I will likely roll for Frigg, so we'll just have to see. I want to at least get her C3 as soon as possible, because that weapon, dude, that outfit and that weapon, they look sick, dude. Let's see. I guess you can kind of see it right here. Where is it? Yeah, there it goes. That outfit looks sick. Her weapon also looks awesome. I'm surprised they didn't show off her weapon more here. You can only see it like in certain parts of the fight. Kind of like a little, it almost looks kind of like a katana and like a broadsword, which I think looks really, really cool together. So I'm actually fairly excited to see. Now that we've gone through, we can look at her individual attacks. We can see, just pop over to this. So we've got her normal attack chain. We have soaring slash, looks like probably her held normal that goes into an air attack. Her air attack itself looks like it has a kick up that brings people up. Helix slash brings to the ground. Her step attack, her skill, her discharge, and then all of it together. They don't show actually her skill puts that puddle on the ground. It'd be nice if they would have shown it, but nah, we'll see it soon enough, right? And there you go. I guess the last thing to mention too is if you're saving for this character specifically, you can already see what unit or what material she actually uses. So as we can see, she uses booster frames on the high end. On the low end, it looks like, or eventually she uses booster frames, it looks like, but on the low end, we're using nanofibers. So keep an eye out for these specifically. You can start saving up for them. And you can actually even see the matrices. Yeah, this is pretty standard though. I feel like 2-piece crow, 2-piece smear, those are pretty standard. What is the Frigg matrix? When switching from ice to ice weapon, ice attack is increased. Okay, that's why the 2-piece is really strong. Okay, I would say probably end up with 2-piece Frigg and then like what, 2-piece crow? Maybe 2-piece Samir is better. Let's look at 2-piece Samir really fast. I feel like either or. Maybe 2-piece Samir over 2-piece crow. But either way, I don't want to go on too long. I could ramble on about these characters for freaking ever, to be honest. But looks like Tsubasa. Tsubasa at the moment just got that much better, since now she has another unit to go along with her. That's why I said this character probably has the most staying power of all the characters we have. Like the most future proof, if that's what your thing. I feel like Tsubasa was the only character that was, quote, future proof. Like everyone else has something that they can be swapped out for. But man, that shatter is horrible. But that's not what she does anyway. Anyway, okay, we're rambling. Like if you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe when you keep up with more. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace out.